What's going on, guys? Mitch here, and today we're taking a look at a set of cranks that's going to be going on to the winter project build. I've done a unboxing on a number of items and figured I would quickly and efficiently, hopefully, do a quick unboxing on this guy right here. There's the skew, there's a number of other items. Sram Red Dub 2x E1 crankset, E1 being the latest. 12-speed spindle, 28.99, which means dub. BCD, which is the bolt circumference diameter. So let's take a peek at the new cranks. Quick unboxing. We're going to do a video as we go along here, kind of mounting these on the bike as well. But I figured I would at least show you the crank set prior to everything. And if you guys will have remembered, I will have done an unboxing on the SRAM D1 red crankset, this being the E1, the old version, the D1. And I've ridden those on this Tarmac SL7, which were fantastic cranks, and a really good Grupo deal came up over New Year's, Christmas kind of timeline, and I was able to snag these at, I think 35 off, which, if you know me, is a good jumping point into this crankset. A couple things: the true colors aren't going to be shown because there's this little blue kind of filter that's on top of here. It's more of a silver color, but I'm just protecting this until I install them, and then I'll peel that off in that video. They are offered in a number of chainring configurations, this being 48-35, which is kind of what I've been using now on and off for a few years. Sorry about the box falling there. It's kind of a good everyday middle range. For me, I've always tuned the crankset to my own cadence and kind of what's around me. So you can go bigger, you can also go smaller, but this is kind of right in the middle, which is good. It's also offered with a power meter, and you'll notice I did not go with that version. The power meter, I think, is another $500, $600, $700, and as you know, I run the wide spindles of the Asiomas. So if I'm not running the Asioma power meters, I run Dura-Ace plus 4mm spindles. So the Asioma Shimano SPDs are right in my wheelhouse for size and fit for power meters, so I just keep that on the pedal instead of on the spindle, and gives me the ability to change the chain rings a little less expensive versus buying power meters mounted on the spindle, which is part of the chainring entire thing, so that's why it's very expensive to change. Flipping this guy around, you'll see we've got, this is how you change the chainring. You just take off those, I think it's 8 bolts, or 8 screws, which look to be Torx T25. That's pretty cool. The chain rings themselves are machined out of one piece. Years past that has not been the case, but you'll see the milling kind of throughout here. It's all one piece, which is why this is A, lighter, B, stiffer than 2 pieces, and C, more expensive. It's because it's all one piece together. So that's kind of interesting. You'll see the torque spec, you'll see the bolt on there. It is a self-pulling crank arm as well, so you don't need any tooling to pull this apart. Now, in terms of the actual shifting performance, well, you can kind of see throughout the chainring, this is kind of where your chain's going to catch and either climb up or fall down. Pretty simple, just like your rear cassette. It's all made to work together as a kit with the E1, but I believe you can actually run the D1 SRAM AXS chains as well without any issues. I did go with the 175mm, which should be written underneath here. No, there it is. 175mm cranks. They are offered in, just about everything, and I think they're even going down to like 160s now, which is like real tiny, or maybe even 155s. It seems really trendy right now to kind of go with smaller cranks, because I think one rider on the tour won a stage with short cranks, or some random like that. Nothing to do with like the top guy, but yeah, shorter cranks are becoming a little trendier. For me, it's all about fit. As you guys know, I'm 6'3", and 175 is, I'm 6'3", 175's for me. So that's how we're going to do it. One thing to remember, if you don't have this, you'll notice on top of this bolt here is a cap. Those fall off from time to time, and people lose those. So don't lose that. Easier said than done. People lose this cap. That does come off, and you can see 5.4 Newton meters. There you go. We're going to take a look as well at the other crank arm, which should be on the bottom of the box. I actually haven't even opened this box to see what else is in here, but there we go. I'm surprised they don't put it in the same thing, but that's okay. So there's your second arm. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Same cover on that, and remember, it's just going to be silver underneath. Nice, subtle look. The Dub SRAM system, or Dub SL, super light. Pretty cool. Capped. I think it's an aluminum spindle. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure it's an aluminum. Yep, aluminum. Certainly not steel. Just feels too light. Another little feature here that I really dig on all of the actual Dub system cranks is how they adjust the preload. They don't just load on a bunch of spacers. This is a threaded spacer, so as you turn that on the actual spindle, it either tightens or loosens your pressure against the bottom bracket. So you turn it to take up more space, and you loosen it to add space, and then you just cinch it down with somewhere. There should be a bolt on there. There we go, right here. Right here, there's a little 2.5 mil or 2 mil. I can't remember what it is. I should probably do this without the crank arms in the background, but there you go. Try to focus it up there. Little 2.5 mil or 2 mil, whatever that is, to take pressure off the spindle. Ingenious, right? It also comes with pedal washers. As a reminder, please, for the love of God, use those against this right here. A lot of people forget to put these on when they put their pedals on, and they end up stripping and pulling that out. Just put that on there. It's meant to sit flush. As you can even see, they're even the same color as the crank arm, so you're not going to get any looks or anything crazy there. Just put that on, move along with your life, and be done with it. So very, very, very important. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you're watching this, I'm talking to you right now. Don't forget these stupid spindle covers or spacer washers, whatever. Also, make sure when your new set of cranks, check they are 175 mil on both sides, or 165, 170, whatever your crank set is. Make sure both of the arms are actually correct in the box. I have heard of some horror stories where people buy a 170 mil crank or 172.5. They go a half season on the crank set and be like, man, I'm not making gains, my bike's crap, all this stuff, and then it turns out their crank arms were not matching from the box in the factory, and you just go, oh my god. In terms of differences between this and the old version of the D1 versus E1, I really don't know. There's still a hollow carbon crank arm. I'm assuming the fact that they're on sale means they're probably just rebadged in very limited changes, other than I think the chainring's a little bit different. So for me, I would gladly run the D1 crank arms. Again, no questions asked. I've got no problems with that whatsoever. It goes back in there. But there we go. That is the SRAM Red E1 AXS crankset. And I'd figured I would just do a quick video on it. Quick unboxing before we do the big reveal soon on the new road bike. So there you go. I've done the derailleur, I've done the front mech, shifters, etc. It's great to get the crankset done. Appreciate your help on that, Riley. Always good. Riley at the bike shop, Calgary. So always good, guys. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your week. If you have any questions or feedback or anything, leave it below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, see you later.